What's up, everybody? It is September 7th, 2018, and I cannot believe it's September already, but it is September 7th. The markets are not doing that great, but it was as expected, and we have a couple topics of discussion today, and it is all about the SEC, the new commissioner about the SEC, and potential positive news about the Bitcoin ETF, as a lot of people have been actually reporting. And no thanks, I would not like to receive new updates. All websites do that these days, but we may begin, or the green light may happen for the Bitcoin ETF, which is pretty remarkable. It's really, really remarkable. I mean, this has been trying to happen. This has been trying to be passed for the last, I want to say, 18 months, Bitcoin ETF. I remember early 2017, there was another Bitcoin ETF that was, the Winklevoss twins was trying to get passed, but that never got passed. But hopefully this guy, this bright new young gentleman, hopefully Elad Roizman, will get it passed. And you know, he's been very, very pro Bitcoin, so hopefully that'll obviously be you know, big news here. What's up, everybody? Hey Ryan, hey Team Joey Rocket. What's up, Ivan? Good to see everybody here. Yeah, I've been really busy, you know, obviously on Monarch and just working on that ICO. So go check it out. Download the app if you haven't. If you have an iPhone, our Android app is coming out soon. We already have astounding traction. I mean, we already have around, I believe it's over 100,000 downloads already on the application. So go check it out. It's fastly becoming one of the most popular wallets in the arena. And this is just stage one. You know, we're not even done with the ICO yet. So go check it out, guys. And then we have some other rumors where the Binance CEO, CZ, I'm not even gonna, what is it? Changpeng Zhao. He just goes by CZ. He just goes by CZ, and I don't know why I can't pronounce his name, but every time I try to pronounce it, someone always corrects me, so I'm just gonna say CZ from now on. There were rumors that Binance is going to IPO, and I would absolutely try to participate in that IPO, but CZ obviously says that this is not actually happening. These rumors are unfounded, and there's no plans for Binance to actually IPO, and I would be absolutely very thrilled to see that happen. You know, an IPO actually happen, you know, kind of inject into the mainstream, and I would love to see that actually happen, but I don't think that's actually going to happen anytime soon. When is Monarch going live? Monarch is live already, so you could if you have an iPhone, just type in Monarch and you'll find the wallet right then and there. Actually, you could actually download it, and it's actually live right now, and so is the ICO. I'm actually going to play a quick commercial, and then I'll be right back, just because I'm getting questions all over Facebook and Twitter as well about the Monarch stuff. So this should tell you some info, and now you will hear the sweet, sultry sounds of Jason's voice. So I'll be right back, guys.
Hey guys, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Monarch Token. Monarch is an all-in-one platform for merchants, consumers, and investors. The wallet is live now for Mac and PC, and also available for iOS on the App Store. Find out more about their ongoing private sale and upcoming token sale at monarchtoken.io.
All right, simple as that. And now let's go to the charts, guys. And yeah, we've got a lot of cool partnerships coming up. We just partnered with Polymath for security token custody, which is really, really interesting because we're a security token ourselves. So lots of cool things coming up here, and a lot more awesome partnerships to be announced. All right. Let us go to BTC USD. I'm going to just quickly switch to my chart layout because I like my chart layout. And this is actually going to be pretty fascinating to you guys, so strap onto your seats here. I'm on the daily right now, and I'm actually going to go to the 4 hour. So I'm actually going to look at a historical perspective of what's been happening. So obviously December, January, we had that massive run up, and we had that 20. What exchanges will Monarch be available on? It won't be on exchanges at first. No one could ever answer that question. It's actually illegal to actually answer that question. You can't speculate on exchanges. It's actually a violation of securities agreements, so you cannot speculate on that. But you know, no one could speculate that. That question is terrible for any ICO owner or informationer. So, but now let's just concentrate on Bitcoin right now and see what's actually happening. Bitcoin, we had that massive run up in December, January. There's no surprise there. Nice little dip, really nice little dip, because we were all the way back to 5,800 as early as February 6th. That is crazy. So about 2-month time period to go from 20,000 down to almost $14,000 down. So that's pretty crazy. And then we bounced off, and then we kept hitting this resistance line, and then we started to draw what was actually happening. And then we bounced off again around 66, and then bounced off again at 10,000, bounced off again at 6,000. You know, obviously we're forming this falling wedge. So pretty interesting stuff here. All the way up to 8,000, and then we bounced right back down close to 6,000. Then what happened here? Now this is the very recent future. I mean, very recent history here. This happened on the 4th, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 6th. Of course, we saw that massive breakdown on the 5th. Huge red candles all the way from 7,400 down to you know, where we are right now, 6,400. So about $1,000 price difference there, all in about 2-3 days of price action. But look at that, guys. This hit our ceiling right on the money. So this hit our ceiling, and it started to drop. I mean, we haven't changed these lines in months now, and you know, these lines are still coordinating to the drop. So what will we most likely see if history repeats itself? We're hoping that we will have a breakout soon, but you know, it's looking like it may dip even further down. I wouldn't count on it dipping, you know, well below that $3,000 mark. But I mean, just take a look at this, guys. This is, now I'm going to move it to the daily. So this is a textbook falling wedge, and you can see that it breaks down and then comes back up, hits our ceiling, breaks down. So lower and lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so these are lower lows and lower highs, and that is pretty much indicative of what a falling wedge absolutely is. Is 5,800 possible? I actually do think it is possible. I mean, this is just hitting. These are just textbook formats that we're hitting. Obviously, what is a falling wedge? 92% chance of a falling wedge, if you are in a falling wedge pattern, is that it is a breakout. So this is a good sign. 92% chance. It's a sign that we may break out in the very near future. But the near future may be all the way up until, you know, early December, late November. I think it'll be earlier. I think it'll be late October. But you know, who knows at this point? So we're at the 4 hour, still looking decent. And then we're trying to hold steady at 6,400. But I would not doubt us going right back down to 6,000. So it's pretty crazy. And Black Stuntman says, so Monarch already has a working product before going live. Yeah, so we already have a working product. We're the only wallet that actually supports Ripple and every ERC20 token and Bitcoin, of course. So around 1,500 cryptocurrencies, including Ripple, which is a pretty big game changer, because right now Ripple's mostly available on its private wallets or on an exchange. Nothing really decentralized in that manner. So check it out, guys. Pretty cool. Aside from the possible manipulation, I was ready for it to head down anyways. I was very ready. Thoughts on possible head and shoulders? This could potentially be a head and shoulders, but I doubt it, guys. I think this is just following our pattern. It could be a head and shoulders, but you know, I wouldn't even try to attempt that. You know, this is just textbook following our wedge here. I mean, it's just back and forth on the lower highs and the higher lows. especially here. I mean, like you could see the shoulders and the head right here. So could we see a decline? I mean, we saw something similar right before that, and we didn't really see decline. It was just following our wedge. But I think this is good for Bitcoin. I definitely do think this is good for Bitcoin. In what order would you invest in your cash in NAS, Ontology, VeChain, OneChain, and ENG? I think that's Enigma. Altcoin wise, so let's actually go to the altcoins here. So we have a question on NAS, Ontology. I like Ontology. I like NAS. Don't get me wrong, I do like NAS. I like the whole global blockchain explorer type movement, but I still wouldn't put it past for NAS to dip even a little bit lower. VeChain, wow. So NAS at $81, $1.55, $4 million in volume. Not too bad for NAS. 70,000, 70 million rather, market cap. Not too bad at all. Even Bancor's been taking a hit. I mean, these guys have been taking huge hits. Theta token, Kyber network. I was really hoping Kyber would be a little bit better, but they just don't have the infrastructure or even the population for decentralized cryptocurrencies to actually even work. So, I mean, decentralized exchanges to actually work right now. So, I feel bad for them, but I'm not really, I wouldn't really go with NAS right now. I wouldn't really go, I mean, Ontology, yes, but I mean, let's just take a look at Neo right now. Neo is right back down to 20 bucks, which is kind of its standing level right now. Ontology, I like Ontology. VeChain, I wouldn't touch VeChain right now. OneChain, I wouldn't touch OneChain right now. I mean, VeChain maybe. Yeah, I mean, they've had a lot of traction with their partnerships and whatnot, but again, I'd be very careful about that. Enigma at 48,000. Would I invest in Enigma right now? I probably wouldn't. Honestly, I mean, the best thing that's going on right now is hold on, let me go back to the market page. It's probably Ethereum, honestly. Try to pick up as much Ethereum as you can, I would say. I mean, this is just a safer bet. The market's kind of volatile right now. Honestly, what I would do is I would either go into Tether or go into Bitcoin right now. Honestly, this is a really steep market and it's really volatile, and I don't really trust what anybody anywhere says. And I would honestly just put my money in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Tether. It's a little bit too risky to go into altcoins that really don't have that infrastructure available yet. So it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to see the entire market unfold before our eyes. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USD Tether is something that I would be looking into right now. And I'm going to actually go over XMR, which is Monero. So let's go over to XMR. So Monero on the daily, we obviously have a sell signal today. Everything's been selling off, so not too much of a surprise there. But Monero's been holding considerably good compared to pretty much everything else. I mean, the volatility here is really negligible compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. But you know, obviously everything did take a little bit of a hit. But I would still keep my money in Monero, or at least I am keeping my money in Monero. I'm not your financial advisor. We don't give financial advice. We don't even give suggestions. All we do is technical analysis, and that's something we do specifically in the Moon Lounge. And we had another trader talk yesterday, and that was really cool. I actually watched that this morning. So if you were in the Moon Lounge, you were privy to the private talk yesterday, which was really awesome. So we have a question on Holochain is still making moves. Holochain, now that is a market maker making moves. I don't think that's anything to do with regular price fluctuations. I don't think that's regular market movement. I totally think that's kind of manipulated there. Holochain, totally manipulated. I wouldn't even look into it right now. So we have some questions on ICX. ICX is, you know, another hopeful to replace Ethereum. But look at that, guys. I mean, we were trying to chart that out, and this was following a pattern down. But again, it wasn't really a clear-cut pattern. We just had a little bit of a ceiling, and you know, it just kept breaking down. So I've pulled out completely from Icon a while ago. So you know, it's rough right now for Icon, and I think it could continue to be rough for Icon. We're still having that sell-off, and until we see a really nice market reversal, our natural fundamental use case for this cryptocurrency, I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. All right, I'm in Binance BNB instead of Tether. I noticed that an inverse of Bitcoin BTC. BNB BTC. So BNB has always been statistically better during Bitcoin drops. I mean, let's just go take a look at BNB BTC. So we had the Bitcoin low right here, the orange, and then obviously we had to drop off when it was a high. So let's actually insert an indicator. I'd like to insert an indicator, please. See, I never understood this. Why does TradingView keep doing this? I don't want to do this. I want to right click and insert an indicator. Sometimes I get so confused why they keep changing things up on us. Sell BNB. No, I just don't. I don't understand. Move all indicators. I want to add an indicator. How do I do that? I honestly don't know anymore. They always change things up, and always interesting to see why it's not showing up here. But I guess we have to do things the old-fashioned way until I actually learn the new TradingView and why they won't do it anymore. That's really interesting. All right. Usually it says insert indicator, but I guess not today. So we had fluctuation starting on September 4th, 5th. So that was when the drop really happened. So let's go back to BNB. So we had the 4th and the 5th. We're staying remarkably stable here. BNB has always been a little bit of a hedge against Bitcoin. I think it's better to be into BNB when Bitcoin is at its all-time highs, honestly. Because it starts to outpace Bitcoin much better than Bitcoin. Press that / button for indicators. Ah, wow! Look at that, guys. Used to have add indicators, but apparently it's all about hotkeys these days. So how about add a symbol? How do I add a symbol? Ah, wow! That is remarkable. You just press the A button and it's add a symbol. All right. That is not what I want, though. I want to insert an indicator. I want to insert an indicator into this chart right here. And there's nothing to be said here. It just it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Anyways, compare. There it is. We used to be able to add one. It's kind of embarrassing that it's just right there. But okay, let's go back. All right. There it is. Okay. So we have, that's your Bitcoin chart down there. So this is the symbol for your Bitcoin chart. So this is the Bitcoin low. And obviously it was very high during Bitcoin lows. So could we be seeing another nice little pop here for Binance? Maybe. But nothing really too certain right now. But look at that daily. We do have a buy signal here. I mean, it would not be a bad idea to pick up some Binance coin right now. Honestly, BNB might be your best bet here. I trust Tether more personally. That's what Jason says, and I completely agree. I trust Tether a little bit better than Binance coin. as a hedge against volatility. But yeah, that's practically how I feel. But of course, everyone has their own opinions. But Binance is still a decent bet to hedge against Bitcoin, to tell you the truth. So let's just go take a look at that. Wow, we have Dentacoin, Lisk a 19 RSI. That's crazy. Ethereum super low. Let's go take a look at Ethereum, guys, and then we'll call it a day. We'll take a look at both charts, ETH USD and ETH BTC. So this is the ETH USD chart. Wow, everything has been dropping incredibly fast. I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit. Yeah, everything's hitting its highs. Sort of a resistance here. And we have that 100-day moving average. Yep, 100-day moving average, still well below that. ETH is getting murdered out here. And this is actually really interesting that I found, actually surfing TradingView. So if you look at ETH BTC shorts, actually it should be ETH USD shorts, huh? On Bitfinex. So we are in an all-time high for ETH shorts. So what does that mean? That means people are predicting Ethereum to be hammered even harder. So that means people are shorting the market against Ethereum with the US dollar, saying that, hey, I'm projecting that this is going to go even lower. So we are at an all-time high for ETH shorts, and this actually happened overnight. So this is literally the first couple days of all-time highs for Ethereum short. So Ethereum has been getting completely hammered. Can your platform be used by someone who doesn't have a bank account to cash in their check? I mean, if you want to take USD Tether, yeah, but cash, no. Anytime you ever touch cash, there's always a KYC, AML component around it. There's a lot of FUD around ETH lately. Any thoughts? Yeah, so Ethereum, I think Vitalik said it best, that until there's some fundamental use case and not just air tokens, billions of dollars being traded back and forth every day, until there's a fundamental use case, there's really not a strong use case for Ethereum right now, other than what it's being used for right now, which is just bandwidth for dApps right now. And it's so much more than that. And until Ethereum actually, I think, moves over to proof of stake, I don't think we'll see a strong Ethereum still. Of course, if Bitcoin pops, Ethereum will pop with it, without a doubt. Everything follows the king. I think everything will pop as Bitcoin pops, but there is none. There is no real conundrum or solution for Ethereum dipping this hard. I didn't think it would dip this hard, but it has dipped this hard, and I think it will continue to dip until there's a fundamental use case around it. Would you say this is a great time to accumulate, or do you think this is the end of crypto? I don't think it's the end of crypto. I think it's a long way from the end of crypto. Would I say this is a good time to accumulate? If an ETF gets approved tomorrow, yesterday would have been a great time, right? But if an ETF doesn't get approved and we continue having this downside, I could even see $5,000 Bitcoin, without a doubt. A $5,000 Bitcoin is not out of range right now. So accumulation isn't the correct word, but the timing right now, I wouldn't say is impeccable, right? I would say that the timing of this market right now is on a knife's edge. We don't know what's going to happen. But if we go back to BTC USD, actually, let's look at the BTC USD shorts. Wow, we're almost at all-time high for BTC USD shorts as well. Bitcoin taking a hammering here, so I definitely would be cautious, and we're still falling into this wedge pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 5,800 over the next couple days, maybe the next week, we hit 5,800, or even if we break out, if we start breaking out of this downward pattern, I think we're in much better shape. But it's either a breakout or breakdown at this point, and I'm leaning towards breakdown. So it's all about the timing these days. I also think the announcement by Goldman Sachs to hold off anything they want Bitcoin to go down further. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing propping up Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in a free market, a truly free market. You can manipulate the hell out of it. So be careful, guys, and yeah, just make sure that you're not over leveraging yourself. Honestly, transfer as much over to BTC as you're comfortable with, but anything outside of that, you got to remember that this is gambling. At the end of the day, this is gambling. We don't know what's going to happen and any sort of future decisions with the ETF or anything of that sort. I think that capitulation still needs to happen, and we still may see some further downside until we start to actually find our floor here. So I really do appreciate everybody watching, and I'm going to drop it off one last time, one last commercial, and we will be back, or we'll have a good weekend, right? Or you guys have a good weekend. So I'll be right back.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from Cryptosomniac, here to talk to you about our Advantage program. What is it? It's like carrying the live stream around in your pocket 24/7. We have full-time technical analysts and research staff regularly charting coins and looking into ICOs and upcoming projects to help you make your best decision. Don't miss out on the next bull run. Stay as informed as possible. Head over to cryptosomniac.com/advantage for your free 14-day trial now. Don't miss out. We'll see you in the Moon Lounge.
Jason's got a nice voice, doesn't he? But yeah, I really appreciate everybody watching here today. We will be back. I'll probably be back this weekend. And then I think Jason and I are both leaving to go conference hopping. I think I'm going to Boston, going to a conference in New York, and then I'm going to Token Fest. So if anyone's in Token Fest, hit me up in Boston. You know, it's going to be a fairly large conference, and it's going to be a good time. So let me know if you guys are at Token Fest. Just drop a comment below. And of course, if you're going to Litecoin Summit in San Francisco, Jason is going to Litecoin Summit. So we're staying truly decentralized, breaking up the squad to go conference hopping in different conferences. So if you're in San Francisco, hit us up. If you're in Boston, hit us up. But next week is going to be a crypto time. So check it out, guys, and let us know if you're there. I'd love to meet up with some of you guys. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.